Welcome to episode 2 of All Things Wedding Planning. If you are joining me for this episode, I'm only assuming that you watched my first episode, which was all about my wedding dress process and what that looked like for me. So if you're here, thank you. Your support, your love, you just watching this video means the world to me, so I appreciate it. So let's get into all things wedding cake tasting. Cue the music. Okay, so wedding cake tasting went fairly easy for us because our venue included the cake in our package, which was amazing, thank God. Anything to make this process easier for us, we're like, sign us up. So with that being said, our bakery was part of our package. Our bakery is Palermo's Bakery in Little Ferry, New Jersey. I think I've had some cakes from them before, but again, I'm not a cake person, so I probably taste their cakes in passing and could care less. But now that this is my cake, I kind of have to be a little bit more intentional about the flavors, the design, and all the jazz, and all of the in-between work that goes into a wedding cake. So what I loved about them is that they have a cake tasting box, and I think these are all the flavors that they offer as well for wedding cakes and I think cakes in general. So there was chocolate pudding, there was cannoli, there was cookies and cream, lemon, chocolate fudge, French raspberry, dulce de leche, red velvet, strawberry chocolate mousse, Basie mousse, raspberry truffle, 24-karat cake, blueberry cheesecake, funfetti bomb, and mango mousse, which was one of my favorites. So here's the thing that I learned during this process is that my fiance and I have 2 different taste buds when it comes to desserts. So he was more so on all things chocolate, and I don't like chocolate cakes. I like brownies, but I'm not a chocolate cake or chocolate ice cream kind of gal. So when he was leaning towards that, I'm like, okay, thank God our cake is multiple tiers. So we're gonna give him a tier that is in Basie mousse, which is dark chocolate cake Basie mousse. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. But he really liked that. Me, on the other hand, I loved the lemon. I loved the French raspberry, the strawberry. So for the rest of the cake, we're gonna do dulce de leche, which is vanilla cake with dulce de leche mousse. So yeah, cake tasting went fairly easy and smooth, and I loved it. But here's the thing, I'm not quite sure if you would get this brochure and the cake tasting box if the bakery wasn't in partnership with your venue. Because when I had called the bakery, they immediately asked, hey, are you with XYZ venue? And I was like, yes. And they're like, okay, you can come get your cake tasting box. So based off of that response, I'm questioning if they're not in partnership with your venue, if you would be able to get this. I could be totally wrong, but you can ask. And always, not always, but when you go venue shopping, ask if they work with any bakeries, if they're in partnership. That way it could be part of your package and kind of save you a little bit of, you know, a penny when it comes to looking for your wedding cake. Also, because our wedding cake is part of the venue, we are given a set amount of cakes with specific designs. So we're not free to do whatever we want with our cake because it's in partnership with our venue. So they gave us like kind of like a lookbook with very plain design, but I'm okay with it because I'm a plain Jane kind of girl. I like sleek, I like clean, you know, looks. So I'm okay with it. And if you wanted to add extra stuff, you can, but of course the price of the cake would go up. And I'm also not too mad about the cakes that were given to us to pick from because our florist is going to provide flowers for our cake too. So I'm so more than okay with the plain canvas of our cake because we'll have flowers and we can pick our cake topper. You can make the cake whatever you want in regards to color, flavor, design. It's all up to you. But again, if you choose to do more than what your bakery is offering, if they are in package or in partnership with a venue, it may cost a little extra. Also, when it comes to ordering your cake, I saw online that it's good to do it about 6 months before wedding day. But I've also seen bakeries that don't need 6 months, maybe 4 months, 3 months, but you want to be safe than sorry. So start as early as you can. So you can avoid any hiccups with cake. And cake can be expensive. I forgot the range of how much wedding cakes can cost, but it will be somewhere on the screen to kind of give you an idea of how much cakes are alone. And I'm pretty sure they're a heavy penny. So also be mindful on the size of your cake. Also, the size of your cake depends on the amount of people you're inviting to your wedding. So keep that in mind as well. You'll see some footage of my fiance and I trying cakes together, and you know, me being on one page and him being on a complete other, but it's okay. We honor each other's opinions and thoughts about the cake process, so it was pretty seamless. But besides that, that's all I have about wedding cakes. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. If you have any more ideas or topics that you would want me to talk about in episode 3, please leave them down in the comments below as well. I'm so new to this YouTube world, so I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll take any of the advice that you have for me. Maybe episode 3 could be about like my florist and meeting my florist. He's a gem. He's so sweet, so kind. His name is Lewis, and I'm so confident with my decision with going with him. So maybe he might make an appearance if he's comfortable with it. Who knows? I don't know. That'd be cool though. But again, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in episode 3. Okay.
How do you feel?
I feel better with that take.
Yeah.